Wow, what a difference 3 days makes. Somebody said we didn't lead for 16 minutes in the second half. And I said, so what? The other night we led for 16 minutes in the second half and didn't win. It's about what you do at the end. And I'm so proud of my staff. There were some great out-of-bounds plays, some incredible full court and half court, and everybody kind of put a little bit into it. I'm proud of the players for coming back so disappointed after that big loss and yet being resilient enough. I'm proud of guys like Joey and Mady who, been through the wars, but all the abuse they took, but they enjoyed the process. And I think sooner or later we better figure out that the process is okay. The process is about getting better each year and not worrying about what's wrong and just kind of putting your nose to the grindstone, and that's what those guys did. And we went to Joey time after time in that one stretch, and Mady was just, he was pretty good. And, I thought AJ struggled a little bit with the turnovers, and yet he bounced back. And Tyson wasn't as good early, but he bounced back. And we're going to get a little more out of Jaden. We got to get some more out of Pierre. And Malik did a lot of things. I mean, defensively, I think we're pretty good because that's a really good team, and they will be a great team. So all the Kentucky fans, don't jump off the ship. They're really good. With Oscar just coming back, that's not easy to just bring a guy like him in and everything goes smooth. Wheeler just coming back. I told John it's illegal to have that many seniors, but for Kentucky. But I think that they're going to mesh well together. They're going to have some experience, and those young guys are going to be really good. We did a hell of a job on their shooters, and we stuck to them the best we could. And it was a big win for the program. It was a big program win, not an individual win. Questions?
You mentioned the way Tyson started, but then came back. I think in the overtime he had like 9 points, those couple of lobs to Mady. And of course he had a couple misses too, so it would have been probably easy for him to kind of hang his head. But just talk about the results in the overtime.
Maybe I even grew as a coach a little bit because when a guy misses a wide open 8-footer, I'm tendency to jump him a little bit, and I instead told him that was a good shot. I was biting my tongue underneath, but Tyson's grown up. He's got some time in now. He too has kind of figured out the culture here and what is needed, and defensively he made some big plays, and we had to cover things so many different ways because they got those shooters in one hand and they got that monster in the other, and I thought we did a pretty good job of kind of figuring out how to do both. But I say all that, and I really do love Kentucky's team. They'll be really good as they get those guys playing together too.
You guys had 18 turnovers.
Yeah, I know.
But none in 2 overtimes.
Yeah, I know. I told AJ. I mean, well, I thought AJ got a little slack with the ball, and he took a lot of blame for it in the locker room, and deservingly so. I mean, he just can't do that, and it's been a problem. I think sometimes he's taken it too far, and so we got to get better at that. We got to work at it. We got to spend some time with him, but he also does some really good things, and he sprays it good, and he did a pretty good job defensively. But it is ridiculous that we had 16 against Gonzaga. We had 18 tonight. And how many did Kentucky have? 15, and Gonzaga had 18. So maybe we're at least turning some people over a little bit. And so it's not hurting us as much.
Tom, you finished the regulation and overtime with dunks. Were those set plays, or was that just something that the players saw?
Oh, yeah, I just set them up. I said, no, just go dunk the damn ball. It's amazing. I figure that's our best chance to make it, So, a couple of great out-of-bounds plays. And Malik really slipped that one on the tight one. And then the full court thing was something we work on daily. And, I mean, we just did a great job. AJ did a great job. Tyson did a great job finding, I don't know, was it Malik on the side at first, or there was Malik the second pass, and they were scrambling, and he just took it in and dunked it. So I like dunks, probably because I never could, so I really enjoy watching them.
Tom, how did you
you're, sometimes you'll get the ball to half court, right, advance it, then take your timeout, and then run your play. That time there was 7 seconds left, you decided to use the full court. What was the?
Well, we thought we had a play number one, and I'm reinventing myself. You know, I'm changing. I'm doing things different than I did a couple years ago. You know, I'm trying to figure out ways to reinvent myself, and so my staff, I think, has been very helpful with that. And we did take it for that reason. We thought in the open court it'd be better than in the half court. We thought we had a play that if it worked, and it almost didn't work, but it did work, and just a perfect pass by AJ to Tyson, and then even a better pass from Tyson to Malik, and that was a hell of a play.
Tom, how did you game plan not knowing if Hauser was doing?
Yeah, that was very hard. You know, I mean, I got my spies in Kentucky too. I mean, you know, a few of them, and I was pretty sure he was going to play. I didn't know, you know, how much or when. When I saw him warming up, I was positive he was going to play. God, he ran by my bench 3 times with speed and size. The floor shook, and I said, he's playing. So that didn't take long, but it was a hard prep because it's a big difference having him in there. And they were, you know, the 2 exhibition games, or 2 early games weren't against the high caliber opponents, and so kind of had their own way. You didn't know how it was. That's why I really appreciated my staff and my players. I mean, we didn't spend as much time on the floor. We spent more time in the film room trying to navigate this brutal schedule, and I thought the players did a hell of a job. And, you know, it was so fun to see guys like Joey Hauser. You know, he wasn't very good in the last game, but I think there were reasons, and he was really good here. Missed his first couple shots, didn't even bother him. He made some big-time plays, got a big-time rebound late and scored on. So there's a lot of guys I'm happy for because they've kind of withstood the test of time. They didn't decide to transfer, quit. They stayed in it, and you know what? They got something they deserved, at least for one night. We'll see if we can continue that.
Anywhere, anytime, but did your team and Mady Sissoko just face the 2 best players in the country?
Well, yeah, you know, let's face it, Oscar. I mean, let's make sure we keep this somewhat human. Oscar is not Oscar yet. You know, I mean, he just comes back after missing and had the knee injury, and I definitely think, you know, Timmy is really good. So Mady's faced 2 of them, and remember now, Timmy took us to lunch there in the second half. So, but it is the advantage of playing these good people is you do learn something about your team, and you learn about their character, but you also, we figured we'd start hipping a little bit more in the post because we're just not as big. And I thought Mady did you know, he's always played straight up and down, and balance has been a problem, and he just did a hell of a job. I mean, the guys are so happy for him, and so am I.
Two more, please.
By your standards, this is a pretty insane schedule. I mean, you had 2 top 5 teams. You go to PK on the weekend. What about this team that said, okay, we'll do this, we'll do this? What made you decide to do all that?
Well, if I was to be honest with you, you know, a couple of the things came late. The aircraft carrier came a little late after I had my schedule, and the advantage, and I love it, but the disadvantage when you have the PK80 or you have the Gavitt games and you have the Big Ten ACC challenge, you don't know who you're playing a lot of times till later on, and so that makes scheduling a little harder for us. I didn't know who I was playing in the PK80. I didn't know till June who I was playing where we got Villanova now. I thought we had Butler, and then, you know what? I'm not breaking Mike's record. You know, let's get real here. I'd be dead 3 times. And so I got nothing to play for as far as wins. I got something to play for as far as what we do for my program, my university, and the players that come there get to experience things that at one time people called it quacky and corny and this and that. I like to see someone else play this damn schedule. And yet we set our goals this summer that we're going to play this thing. And the goal was every day of the summer, don't take a day off, because there's not going to be a day off until finals. And I thought that that mentality really helped us. And I've told some of you that are friends of mine that are reporters, I shouldn't admit that, but I told some of you that I like this team. I like them this summer. It's not my most talented team, but defensively, whew, they were pretty damn good.
Last question, please. John? No, you're finished.
Tom, you said over the summer that this particular group took ownership back of the program, driving the program. When you see the result of that, the reward of that, of your faith in those guys and their faith in you, and not bringing in other sources and whatnot, what's that emotion in a night like this?
It's an incredible feeling. You know, when I read things where players said he could have gone out and got players and he believed in me, that's an incredible feeling. And that's what my frickin' program stands for, and that's what it's going to stand for. And we may lose the next 5. Who knows? But, you know, loyalty's a two-way street. And I love the fact that they knew my own fans were on me, and we haven't accomplished nothing yet. Listen, we're 2-1. You know, we won a big game against a team that's been a little hurt, and you know, bringing some guys back. I mean, let's keep this in perspective. But I liked them before we played the game. I liked them after the loss. I liked them in the summer. I just like them to get a little better at not turning the frickin' ball over. That's what I'd like them to do. And if we could do that, then maybe we could take another step. But it sure doesn't get any easier now what's coming up. And just proud of my guys. And I think some of the culture that I lost during COVID and some of the things that went on in our place, I vowed, and we're going to get that back. And that's what we're trying to do. Thanks.